Howdy folks, it's me, Manic Mark, your real fake outsider artist, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the Art Villa, found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. Happy 2010 everyone, but it's been a month. The video I posted yesterday, I started it before I did my thing, before the drug lord, the Mexican drug lord captured me, and I'm going to have video of that. Obviously I've escaped from the clutches of the Mexican drug lord. The video I posted yesterday, the heartwarming, uplifting Valentine's Day song, I started that before I was kidnapped and did this other thing that I did. So that was a work in progress. And cut all that out too. And we're going to get into the new year. And the thing of it is, see, I keep saying cut all this stuff out. And why is that? Well, because my brain just doesn't focus, and it's adult deficit disoriented disease there, and I need something to make me smarter. And I created a device that will in fact increase my brain power and enable me to communicate more effectively. And I've got the device right here with me. It's the new Manic Mark Smart Helmet. I just made that up. There's probably a better name for it, but I wasn't prepared. Okay, so the Manic Mark Smart Helmet will make me smarter. And I'm going to test it right now. A light bulb, and especially these new fluorescent types. They're swirly, so they got to be smarter because they're new, right? And you've got the power crystals and the helmet. Okay, just going to put it on. I don't think it's working. I don't feel any smarter. Oh, you got to plug it in. Okay, right. First thing you do is you plug in your smart helmet. That's the first thing. You just got to wait a second because these new fluorescent light bulbs take a while to, if you've used them. You go into a room and you turn the light on, and it's only half as light as it used to be when you use the new fluorescent bulbs, which I think is a problem. Because they're supposed to save energy, so what do people do? Well, they probably do what I do, which is leave the lights on more, longer, because you don't want to wait for them to warm up, right? I think it's warming up. Yeah. No kidding, I didn't know that. Really? So, the answer, the whole mystery of life is just wrapped up in that one simple And so the answer basically is just that simple equation. Sums everything up. It's the theory of everything, really. Whew! Man, that was a workout. Being smart is not while you're thinking. While you're smarter, it's pretty interesting, but it doesn't last very long. Back to my old self with my new meat hat that I picked up at Goodwill. Cons meat. Had a momentary flash of brilliance, and I had the simple equation. I had the equation in my head. Next time I wear the hat, maybe I'll have to actually say what I'm thinking. So in turn, it will benefit you, the watchers, 3 or 4 watchers in my channel. I think that's what I'll do. Okay, now this video basically is I'm appearing today just to bring you up to speed and show you what happened during that horrible experience. Oh my God! I was with him for what, 2 weeks, and all we did was go down to Mexico, and then we were on the beach, and we drank Coronas and Dos Equis, and you had all the drugs that you could possibly want at your fingertips. It was hell, I'm telling you. Okay, I've done, and it's not a part of this because this is my old camera, which is a Samsung standard definition camera. And I've really enjoyed this camera. It's been a very good camera. I splurged and bought a new camera, which is upstairs charging now, so I'm going to experiment with it shortly. But I bought a Canon Vixia, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Vixia GH21, and of course, like I normally do, I spent all evening like researching cameras. I don't know if this is going to help anybody. I'm just going to go ahead and give you what my process was, let you in on it, is that there's a huge array of video cameras out there, okay? And the camera that I'm doing this video on is an introductory, sort of a low-end model. So what I wanted was, my goal was better audio, because all these low-end cameras have really not very good audio. Let me just say that. So I wanted better audio, so I started looking at low-end professional cameras, and Sony makes the lowest end professional camera, but it's a DAT tape. It's a tape machine. I personally didn't want that. So I started looking at higher end consumer models, and it's a bit obscure. The information is obscure because they don't sell them, you know, based on what I was looking for, which was better audio capabilities. Most people don't give a crap, okay? But I want to use the camera and avoid, like playing, you know, making up a song, use the camera, record with the camera. I want things to be more spontaneous. I don't want to have to go through the condenser microphone upstairs, shoot video, and put them together, and the lighting's bad most of the time. And so I think I can get good sound out of a camera. So after researching, I found that Canon has a hot shoe, and a mic will adapt to it. They don't show a picture of it anywhere. Anywhere on the net can you find this out. You've got to have to figure it out on your own. So I'm waiting for the microphone to come, and it's a condenser microphone that clips right on the camera, and it's still small, a small tiny camera, but it's going to allow me to do what I want to do. And some of the outside projects I do for people, I do some videotaping and editing for some organizations that I'm involved in. Okay. So that's going to be exciting. And now, what was I doing the past 2 weeks? Well, the first 2 weeks, I'm claiming that I was abducted by a drug lord, of course, but most of the time, let's just say, was spent preparing a local exhibit which focuses on gold artifacts. It's all gold. Everything in the exhibit is gold. There's some relics, I should say probably Mayan relics, and gold coins and chunky gold bars and rings and this and that and whatever have you. And it was curious because I've done a number of installations for this organization, and they're all different and they're all interesting. And this one had the tightest security, of course, as you can well imagine, of any of them. All the cases are very delicate, and there's multiple layers of security, and there were armored cars and big beefy guys looking at you weird. So that was fun, and that basically, you know, what the hell, I was working. I have to apologize for that to Bert, that in fact, even though this was just a temporary contract job, I actually was doing manual labor, working. It's very hard for me to get a desk job where I have to use my brain, because well, you go to the interview and you take the smarter helmet and you wear it, and I'm just thinking that even though I'm going to be probably the most brilliant employee a company could ever have, sitting in the office wearing the helmet is going to be against company regulations, and I'll never be able to get a job. I'm going to be there's not going to be equal opportunity for people wearing hard hats and fluorescent light bulbs on their head in this country, and that has to change. So, thank you, and in 2010, I hope you're no more afraid now than when you click the clicky thing. I love you all. Cut all that out. Okay, here we go. Thanks everyone for stopping by, appreciate it, and I hope you're no more afraid now than when you click the clicky thing. And again, this is a process of what I don't know. Even with the smart helmet, I haven't figured it out. So I'll be back to figure it out right in front of your very eyes.